Hey everybody, I hope you are doing great. So, ATC about those comments. Again, it's where we basically I kind of discuss some of the comments that were made on a prior video from the Simply Said channel. So, this, I had to do it. Listen, did the one about Muhammad Ali's son, the late Muhammad Ali's son, right here, who reportedly got the inheritance and then he's ran off, left his black wife, and I believe they have two daughters. So this lady here's a comment, I don't know if it's male or female, but Cam Colorado said, this person said, I'm sure he has a white woman, WW, telling him what to do against her and his children. Kathleen King said, you sure about that? Latoya Hayes 3381 says yes, because this is what he wants to do anyway. And she wants that champ money that she is going to have some of it, if not all. Oh, let's talk about that. So Kathleen King, you sure about that? Oh yeah. I would concur. I wouldn't doubt it. Storytime. I'm going to turn this investment information off before I get distracted. I knew a black woman, nice looking. She's married to a black man. And she'd always worked. They fought. He treated her horribly. Oh, he was putting hands and feet on her. And so I guess instead of marriage, she decided to knuckle up. But she'd always worked and always had to have her pot. Okay? And after him being violent with her, she stayed, but then she started getting the swing of it too. She started, the Muhammad Ali started coming out, old girl. So it got real bad. And she was like, hey, there was nowhere to go. At 50-50, nowhere to go. He would give me an extra money. So she's pretty much had a roommate. She pretty much got married and had two children by her, quote, roommate, boy, man, husband. All right. So look up. He ran off. And he did get with Becky. Ran off and left her. She faced, when it rains, it pours. She then faced a job layoff. Okay? Dang, it's like of all times. So she faced a job layoff. He would not help her. Never mind, she's carrying his seed. These men they don't value their image or their children. So she ended up losing their place, and she had to move in with family. And she was sleeping on the sofa, and the boys slept with her cousin. So she moved in with her family. Looking for a job. Hard times hit. Then she got sick temporarily. But then when she got sick, she couldn't work, and she was staying with family. Had to call on him, and she's like, not to help me, but your two sons, help them out. Not to help me, but your two sons. Okay? Do you know they had it out over the phone? A simple conversation about feed these. This is your DNA. Feeding the two sons. They had it out over the phone, she said. So she was just like, this don't make any sense. Then the Negro stopped answering the phone. She goes, now she knew where he lived. So she went over there. Becky answered the door. And so it's like, now you know why he won't help, because he's taking care of her, more than likely. This man won't even feed his own children. So she's like, I need you to deliver a message, because Becky already knew who she was. He's like, I need you to go ahead and, deliver a message. I miss you for this reason, and that's it. Do you know what he did? Oh, by the way, they were still legally married. He left, but they at this point they were not like quote divorced. Okay, this they weren't divorced. They're just living separately. He'd already gone on. She lost her job, then moved out, then she got sick. Okay, so they are still legally married. But what is marriage to a dust bucket? So anyway, I guess Becky must get a message that hey, your wife came over here and whatever for the kids. Do you know he called her up and cussed her out? Yeah, his wife, still legally married, called up and cussed her out. And she said he wouldn't even help with the boys. Wouldn't even help with the boys. Of course, as usual, family steps in. And of course, I don't mean the family man or the black women in the family. They, of course, step in. They've already stepped in for shelter because, we can't bother Tyrone. So family steps in and they're helping her, with school and all of that, feeding them, lunch money, whole 9 yards. So she was like, my thing is try to get on your feet and go ahead and file and get your child support order in. Because at this time, the two boys, they were still in school. Okay? They were still in school. These are one adults. They were still in school. And I think just go ahead and file, have them served, and get a child support order going. So she tried to talk to him again about taking care of his children. Oh, he got real colorful. So keep in mind, deal with Lynn Pocket Larry if you want to. These men are self-hating. Some black women are living in a delusion. Good luck. You're on your own. We see how it's going to turn out in most cases. So he tried to be funny. He let her know, okay, he was going to go ahead and help. I'm going to go ahead and help. And here's what he did. This is when Becky got involved, y'all. So yes, when Cam Colorado said, I'm sure he has a white woman telling him what to do against her and her children, you're darn skippy. Guess what this one did? He told her, oh, don't worry. He all of a sudden now, and keep in mind how black women are always taking up the slack for these old ninjas. Keep it up. It's not going to work out well for you. Good luck with that ROI, return of investment. He told her, I'm not giving no money. I don't trust her with no money. Oh, okay. He told her, we gonna bring you some food over. We must be him and Becky. She said, girl, he's telling her this is to feed his children. He don't trust her with no money. We're gonna bring you some food over. Black women don't want to face it. The black men is most of these black men as a collective, that's your enemy. But hey, do you, sister girl? Do you? I wish you well. She said he had bought over some food. She said she thought the food was some maybe like what do you call those things, that a food pantry. She said he bought her over some food. It was like she said it was like some everything was like some canned goods, and she said she knew it wasn't him. It had to be her because she was bringing over canned goods things that they didn't even eat. Like here's some some of the stuff, it was like, what? She's like, girl, yeah, all kind of all brand stuff. And it was like food that she's like, we never did buy this, we've never bought this before. It was one thing of beef, one package of beef. The rest, she said, it was like canned goods. And she had named, I forget what it was, and it was like, this is crazy. She's like, it was all just some all off-brand candy, like the cheapest thing you could find. But it was like, this is food that the kids just don't eat. Oh, and for your dessert, I got you some Jello. You got one can of ground beef, and it was something else. She said it was like some other food that they put in there, like some cauliflower, and it was other things. And it was like, she's like, what's all of this right here? It was just stuff that they didn't eat. So she think. I'm like, yeah, Becky probably put that together. But see, here's a good thing about it. Here's a big thing about it, not the good thing. You gotta understand. People doing what he wants to do. So he had no problems aligning himself with Becky to go against the black woman and his sons. Any black woman that's sitting up here struggling with a black man, at this point, it's by choice. The data is out there. You can go do what you want to do. At this point, the data is out there. He had no problem teaming up with her, and she said it was just like it was like this didn't make any sense. And she said it wasn't enough food anyway. So 2 sons and her, you got one thing of ground beef, and you might have some squash and some cauliflower and some jello. She's like, we never did buy this stuff. What is this right here? You know who did. And she said, when they brought it over, he made sure when they brought it over, both of them got out the car, him and Becky, to deliver it to her. And he introduced them. Oh, by the way, it was one bag of food. But you're going to stand by your man. One bag of food. Anybody becoming a single parent to a black man, good luck. But do us all a favor. You already been warned how this go down. You've already seen this doesn't make any sense. Please, when it doesn't go right with your man, don't go to other black women with your hand out. Leave other black women. Stay out of our pockets. Don't go ruin somebody else's dream because you couldn't think you got to see what the poverty did. All you do is ruin somebody else's dream. And somebody, girl, well, you know he ain't. But he we done heard about these Negroes trying for how long? Harriet Tubman been dead and gone. He still trying. Wasn't he trying back then with Harriet Tubman during the slavery time? He trying. It's taking, what the man said, it's taking so long in this beauty supply. I don't watch every movie from when Dr. King got shot to when Tupac got shot. It's taking so long in this beauty salon in the hood. It's played out. So women that want to do that, times are going to get harder. You think it's hard now. What they're saying is coming. I don't even want to think about it. I cannot fathom it. You think it's hard now. Oh, it's going to be the Hunger Games up out here. And you got all these new people here. People are going to be fighting for resources. One bag of food for her and the children. But they're not worth having children by. I'm sorry to tell you. They're just not. And if you was want to be a mom, I totally get it. These men, child, you might as well go ahead and plan you a trip. You're going on a cruise, yeah, on the Titanic. You might as well book your cruise to the Titanic. So when I saw this comment, I thought about that. Yes, Cam, Colorado, one of my homegirls, I remember she already experienced it. So she ended up, long story, fast forward, she did end up filing for divorce. She did end up doing that. And after that, she didn't, she did everything by herself as black women do. When the kids became teenagers, she was working hard to get them the first car. Daddy was nowhere around. It's like he just vanishes. So yeah. But this is the same man, and you want to sit up here with a divester and want to box us down, not have a conversation, want to get, it's like, really? Are we doing this? Oh, yeah. I feel sorry for you. The handwriting is on the wall. Black women still don't want to see. You see people see what they want to see. I get it. But when you end up with the seed of poverty D, I wish you would handle that yourself, you and your man. It's always other black women got to come to the rescue, take care of his kids. Here come Christmas. Here come Thanksgiving. Here come birthdays. Take care of his kids just to house them. What's the lady saying? She with him, the apartment that they're in, her family owns it. Then what the hell is he there for? You working, you the sole support. You would have been better off without him. I think they have 2 daughters. Girl, why you pick, what do you need this ninja for? Again, the information is out there. People doing what they want. So this right here, if he ran off, they're saying with the Becky didn't surprise me. But the comment from Cam, Colorado, I'm sure as a white woman telling him what to do against her and his children. I already heard about that up front and up close and personal. Remember the one, if you saw the video I mentioned, what did the black woman say working in accounting? He never did work with her. She was a sole support. He never did work with her. Never forget it. Married a white prostitute. These men, they don't love themselves, their culture, the skin that they're in, so they're trying to run to a different culture to escape. You understand? So he married a white prostitute and worked 2 jobs. People doing what they want to do. But black women gonna still try to hold up the dusty stained banner and pull a stand by your man. From what he's saying, she stood by her man. And look, he doing odd jobs, landscaping, cutting the yard. What he gonna do? Pick some flowers, pick up the trash. He doing odd jobs. I read someplace the dude that he has a I read, can't confirm or deny, but I read that he had a drug problem. He had a whole lot of problems, and that's why they kept him at bay. It was for a reason. It wasn't Muhammad Ali being shady. I read that this right here had a whole lot of problems, and they didn't want him around. That's why. See, she not telling that part. Still gonna try to keep up for him. I thought about that. You didn't tell that part, Miss Lady. Still gonna try to keep up for him. You know why? But hey, she got a man. Papa thought she was really married into a family. He gonna take care of us. Think again. Rich people, when they see drug addicts, a lot of them keep it at bay. But this here, it doesn't surprise me. Black women, everybody sees the black men as a collective who they are, except black women. Everybody sees it. Ooh, but they'll come hard down on another black woman. They'll be ready to scratch your eyes out. So this is what they quite oftentimes do. Oh, again, you wonder why. When Dr. Claude Anderson, he was trying to get money from some of these sports figures. Dr. Claude Anderson, trying to do things for black people, he couldn't get any money out of them. You know a whole lot of them are married to white women. So if you think they're finna roll up through here and have them getting Dr. Claude Anderson, think again. Because see, as I said before, I said again, Becky's daddy's telling her what to do. And Becky is listening to her father. The Negro man, he just started working, earning the money. The puppet strings is really the white man holding the strings, because the Negro man is married to Becky. Becky has her dad. He is telling her what to do, and she controlling that Negro. Ergo, the white man is still controlling that Negro. From the border where he makes the money to at home, he controlling that Negro. And you want Dr. Claude Anderson, you can't get no money from him. Are you kidding? Oh, but black women still ready to box up with him. They still ready to box another woman if you have a different opinion. Do you? When things go bad, when most of them die, what do you get from them? Oh, I forget, most of the time we die at the hands of them. Anyway, that's a different video. But this here, oh yes, a white woman telling him what to do against her, yes. And his children, you darn skipping. Doesn't surprise me at all. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for listening, for commenting. And I'll see you in the next upload. Love ya. Bye-bye.